Hey, great to see you again. I'm Dave, and we've been talking about the love of God. Aaron Rose was an 18-year-old boy on a family vacation in Honduras. He decided to go kayaking on the ocean, but the current took his kayak out, and the 15-foot waves capsized his kayak, and his paddle went floating away. Now Aaron was lost on the ocean. There were multiple boats, 2 airplanes, a helicopter searching all day and through the night. When they finally found Aaron, he had drifted over 50 miles out into the ocean. Can you imagine the relief in the father's heart when that call came over the radio? We found him. When Aaron recalled it, he said, "Being found was the most incredible moment of my life." But he was one person lost in an ocean. In contrast, I'm one person lost in an ocean of lost people. How do we even know that God's looking for us? I mean, there are 7 billion people who are walking the face of this earth. There are some estimates that say that there have been 108 billion people throughout the history of the world on this earth. Does the truth, "For God so loved the world," ever get you thinking in your low moments, yeah, but what about me? If you've ever been to a lake in the evening time, full moon out, and you're right at the edge of the lake and you're looking out over all the way to the other side of the lake, you notice something. You notice that the light covers the entire length of the back part of the lake. But here's the cool part. Keep following that light path closer and closer to you across the lake, and you notice that it gets narrower and narrower and narrower until it's right between your feet, shining on you and no one else at that moment. So yeah, Jesus died for the sins of the whole world. But Jesus also died for my sins. He rescued me. God found you. And you know how he found you? This is what it says in Ephesians. "And you also were included in Christ when you heard the word of truth, the gospel of your salvation." The gospel, the good news of your salvation. This was a personal rescue mission. God was not out searching for a nameless, faceless blob of humanity. He was searching for you. As one pastor put it, Jesus took names to the cross. And do you know how he found you? It's when you heard the news of that rescue mission. And that's not something to take for granted. The fact that the God who put 108 billion people on this earth, he changed times and manipulated circumstances all so that you could hear this one message. Jesus died on the cross for you. Maybe you heard that message because 500 years ago, your great times 15 grandma was a little cuter than the average girl, and she won over that unbelieving boy's heart to hers as well as to God's. Also that God could find you in your baptism, could find you in the Word now. God looked out and he thought you were worth it. So love found you. Have an awesome day. And tomorrow we're going to wrap up the series with Love Returned. So hit subscribe and we'll see you tomorrow. It's going to be a long week, and let's start it off right talking about God's love. You know, when we think about the love of God,